Oh, okay. Whoops, we're live. We're live. We're live. All right, cool. So, calendar, 10 o'clock news today. I'm gonna monitor news today, um, and see if something popped up before news kind of hits, to see the development of it, because I believe that happened to me on Tuesday. Yes, jolts happened on Tuesday, and I missed a trade because the trade was earlier on. It's fine, but yeah, I'm gonna stay on a little bit later also, but I'm just gonna watch kind of how price moves, right? PMIs should be interesting. Ooh, that's new. So if I'm looking at this, right, I mean, this was very clearly a push down, came back up, liquidated 830 highs, something like this. Sweet. Actually, you know what? Whoa, let's shoot. How do I do that again? No, there we go. Yeah, let's go back to the hour chart real quick. All right, let's look at this. So let's just go to start daily, kind of work our way. So what is this telling me, right? We clearly swept lows right up into that 1900 mark. We previously, the whole week, we were bullish. Now we have this massive drop off today. So what do we expect to happen? Judging from the daily, don't have a clue. Just go on 4 hour. Does 4 hour tell us anything? 4 hour tells me right now that we're failing to close. Oh shoot! Apologies, apologies. Um, apologies. 4 hours telling me that we're failing to close lower. All right, we'll see how this one closes before 10 o'clock. But we're failing to close lower, which is indicating to me that maybe we want to go a little bit higher before um selling off potentially. The other thing it's telling me is on this current candle, the 9 o'clock candle, we're failing to close below or even wick below the 6 p.m. So open the daily opening candle. That's interesting to me because we should have already closed below there. So now I'm kind of leaning bullish. When I look at price like this, I see came in, we swept these internal highs here. We came down, we failed to close below. Immediately rebound, bounce back on this candle, almost engulfing it. So now it's leading me to think, okay, maybe we want to go higher from here. 15. Um, what is the 15 telling me? What kind of unit is? 1 second. Hello. Okay. Yes, you can hear me. All right, hold on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't know why that always happens. Um, right. So 15 minute, what do we do? We clearly pushed much lower, taking out majority of the liquidity in this leg, and we moved pretty violently back up. Uh, but now it's indicating to me that we've just swept liquidity, which is 830 highs. So now I'm quote unquote stuck between these lows these highs. 5 minute might present it a little bit better. We have a very clear, which is really interesting actually. Really clear sweep of liquidity in here. Price came up to it, swept it, displaced out. We immediately come back up into a V-shaped recovery. Immediately. And target these highs. So where do we go from here? That's the question. Right now, I kind of don't know. I'm kind of gonna be patient here and wait till 10 o'clock, see what PMIs tell us. But I just find it interesting that we swept these internal highs. We push lower, we immediately snap back up. We take the high that swept the highs, and now we're reacting to it. So on a 1 minute, what do I have? On a 1 minute, this is a little early, but still, I have this quote unquote inverse. All right, I've got this inverse here. Price came in. This would have been your entry. Technically, you would have been break even now. Um, but I'm still thinking we're bullish, if I'm being honest. So the only place we can go bullish from is once we break this high. Um, so yeah, just gonna be patient here, wait it out, see what price tells us. Keep my H1 here like this, so I know what's kind of going on over there. And move accordingly. Tariffs has been pretty interesting. Not what we expected in terms of the full tariffs, but we got 50% tariffs. So I think the markets will might actually react a little bit better than anticipated. Um, at 9:30 is already gone, but we'll see. We will definitely see. I wish I could do this and play music at the same time, but the audio gets messed up when I do that. As of right now, no clue what's going on. Hoping news will give us some form of something um, to work. Yeah, weird price action. Very wide price action. So remember, this would be our inverse. I'm not taking it because of news, but it's just something that I want to look at very specifically, um, which is this. Even if it were to hit, I wouldn't be taking it, but I just want to monitor it because if it is, I see a pattern with this type of thing. It might be something that I look to take in the future, where even if there is 10 o'clock news, if there's something that's valid that pops out, take it. So I'm just kind of viewing this, not actually taking it, not paper trading it either, but just going to monitor it and see what it does. In terms of targets, if I were to take this, it's this would have to be, yeah, it has to be a 3 minute or 5 minute push. Yeah, it'd have to be kind of based on this, which is kind of, this is very far. This would be very far. Kind of makes sense, but probably comes into the 50% of this FEG in here. But if I had to say where I would take it to, I would just take it to this high. So this would be my full target if it were to work out. I don't know if it works out or not, but prior to news. Yeah, it's rejected pretty nicely there. Whoops. However, on the flip side, I'm looking at this bearish. If I'm looking at this from a bearish perspective, this makes way more sense. Well, I mean, again, pre-news, after news, we can really figure out what's going on. But we do have this, which this is very clearly the manipulation on the 1 minute manipulation. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Target two standard deviations, which is these lows. I think this one makes a lot more sense than the first one, just based off of 1 minute price action, not based off of anything else. But we're gonna have to kind of see because one of these is gonna have to break. I think one of them will break before news. We'll just kind of see how that goes. Hmm. So this would be the short option. If we close like that, that's the short option. So I'm just saying, wait it out, obviously. But it'll be something like this. The stop is there, so maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, that's the stop there. 5 seconds. Anything can happen here. No entry. No entry there. Mm-mm. Yeah, no entry. Didn't close below. I mean, if this one closes below, then you kind of have to take it, barring the news. I'm gonna keep saying barring news because I don't trade before news, but I just want to see what this actually does. So if I were to trade this looks like it's gonna close lower, right? So you entry here, stop would be somewhere up here like this, and probably like that. Break even point. This is the actual target. Oh, sorry, there's two standard deviations as the actual target, but I'll cut it a little short to the liquidity point. And I'll probably do first target be something like these, probably something like this. Maybe first target like that. But we'll see. I mean, we could totally just get smoked here, which is fine because I don't trade before news anyways. And that's the reason you don't trade before news. Experiment done quickly. Finish that experiment off quickly. Looking at how this candle's closing on the hour, she's looking bullish. Just based how this is closing above this previous bearish candle, how this one's engulfing, and the way in which it's engulfing. We wicked the low, we also wicked the high, but if it is that we close above, I think we'll be looking pretty interestingly bullish. All right, let's see. Boom, boom. This right now, you telling me that we're going up, and what would need to break for us to say we're going up is this. Why this? Well, This is our manipulation leg. This low. Sorry, from this high to this low. Why? This is clear liquidity that just got swept. Like so. All right. So this is how I'm seeing it. So clearly got swept. Came lower. What we would need is a close above these highs before we can go higher. No, I think we still have room to come lower. If we looking over here, um, it's a 50% kind of area that I don't mind. I don't want price to go too much lower than it. I don't mind it wicking it. This is also where I had my first TP short just now. But yeah, overall, I'm looking looking bullish, man. So for this particular one, we'd be doing low, high. Things moving weird. Low, high. Let's see. So yeah. Oh look, targets are pretty much aligned, right? So that's this target would have been here, the highs, these highs here. Sorry, up here. These highs up here. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Might just cut it short up here or something. Oh, this thing's moving slow though. It's not as zippy as it normally is. It's not a good sign. Can't delete this for now. Come to the 50%, or at least pretty close to the 50%. Well, we didn't quite close. Well, that was two business calls, bot to bot. Man, it wish I didn't have to have business calls all the time. Really wish that, but I do. Um, really wish I didn't have to have it all the time. Oh, it's supposed to be off this entire week, and I've had to work every single day except Monday. Monday was actually an actual day off. Monday's the only day where we actually had movement in the market, which is kind of crazy. I literally didn't look at the chart. I didn't go to work. I didn't do anything. I've worked every other day since. Really, is a pain. So, okay, here's what I'm seeing, which is pretty interesting to me, but it goes back to what I was saying earlier in terms of news almost being like, well, this 10 o'clock news, almost being not necessarily not important, but news being interesting and not really having that much of an impact. So, what happened at 9:30, right? We pushed up, we ended up sweeping this high. So, our manipulation range is this one, right? Cool. So, what happens from there? We obviously have this inverse entry here, break even, however you want to break even it. You probably would have been out break even, but the direction that we're looking at stays the same. So the direction hasn't changed. We're still bearish, technically. And we have this FEG, which price came into. We have this pre-news. So obviously you're not trading that pre-news. But come lower, you have this FEG. You come. I don't trade FEGs, but you get what I'm saying. I just find it interesting um, how the development of price. That's what I find interesting. Hey, what the hell? This thing's moving weird, man. It's moving very slow. Reacting to that. Now, is this a wise decision? I'd probably say no. Oh, whoa. Oh, gee. I didn't even get a chance to enter. That is crazy. Didn't even get a chance to enter. That's insane. Did y'all see that? That is insane. What the hell was that? I don't even click up here. I do it on my keyboard. And that thing just shot up. Wow. That's insane. That is insane what just happened. Oh my God. That's insane. It literally went up 1 R in 1 minute. In 1 second. 1 R in 1 second. That's legitimately insane. What the hell? What the hell? If I were in, I'd just go break even here, even though we haven't crossed this high. Because we're already up 1 R, so it would be pretty dumb if we didn't go break even here. Pretty dumb. So that's how I'm thinking. Man, that sucks. Fucking six. They move so damn fast just now. I do think it comes back to break even though, but that thing just moves so fast. Alright, so I would have break even. Still, man, that thing moves so fast. Kind of crazy. Another one where it just drops off the face of the earth. Jeez. I think we're gonna continue short. I think we continue short from here. Probably to that two standard deviations, if I'm being honest. Two standard deviations. It's a bit high. There. What was this? Probably should have just entered actually. Too busy looking at other stuff. I definitely should have entered. Well, would have been now at break even because we would have just wicked that break even point. So there's that. What would be nice, now that I'm looking at this, is we get a sweep of all this liquidity in here. These two for sure, but really I'd like this one to get taken. We get a sweep of that. And then we get an inverse from there. So you have so much buy side all along here. So much. You've got these equals, you've got this low resistance liquidity here. There's a lot. This trade would have been break even regardless. So we would have gotten in this one. What was it? This one? Yeah, it would have been break even though. This would have come back up and wicked us. So yeah, it definitely wasn't correct on the bias today. It was all over the place today. Distractions today too, to be honest. Ooh, that's interesting. Quite, actually. I would prefer if this candle does not go above. I'd like the next one to close above. Why? Because now I'd have to put my stop down here, and that doesn't make any sense taking a trade like this. I'll stop down here. It doesn't make any sense. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So recap, what did price do? These equal lows in here. Price create two more equal lows. Price then shot up. Whoops, whoops. That would have been too much. It would stop because I'd have to cover the candle based off my rules, which doesn't make any sense. Wow. I didn't think today would be quote unquote as tricky as it is. I thought it would have been more of one directional kind of moves just because of the tariffs. It's kind of how I thought, but clearly that's not the case. Could have had two trades that are both break even pretty quickly. So I think it was one loss, two break evens pretty quickly, but the price action didn't make sense to take them. Hence why I didn't. Kind of all over the place a little bit. I'm gonna kind of go through five, five. What is price really telling me on the 5 minute? Well, on the five, it just came into, oops, only FEG. Got a pretty good reaction from it. Only FEG, got a good reaction from it. This whole thing this morning is where price started getting tricky from that whole V-shaped recovery before 9:30 and the size of it as well. Before 8:30 actually. Started before 8:30, so this is doing something similar to a couple days ago where we had multiple touches. I think it was the same Monday. We had multiple touches and we broke afterwards. And that just took off from there. So as you can see, we got one, two, three, four, five touches on this fair value gap. Drag it across. You can see this is clearly a very important quote unquote level. Drag it across. Same deal. So price does not like this 1850 number. I mean, I'm just saying. Just saying. I do think I'm going to sign out though, because this doesn't look like this is going to be good price action. Um, it's not looking the best. If it is, we're taking a trade. We take a trade down to these lows, and that's that. So it'll be something like this. Ooh, sorry. Something like something like these. Covering the high, targeting Zelo. This is a 1-to-1, dude. 1 to 1.6. Eesh. I don't like trades like that, man. I'll go to 1040 and then I'll sign out if there's nothing. That should be an entry, but with how we're moving today, man. All right, I'm gonna sign out. Hope everyone has a good day. See you guys.